Hello guys, it's Mickey. Welcome to my channel. And if you're just new to my channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you can be notified each time there's an upload coming from me. Well, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make Egyptian body milk. You know, the last time I taught you guys how to make Egyptian body wash. Well, this is strictly for people who actually love organic products, who don't want to alter their skin. They just want one shade, you know, they just want to glow. They want to have a beautiful skin. Apart from that, you know, you've gotten to a stage where you've probably used cream a lot and you're now mature. You probably do not want to use pro-mixing industrial products anymore. You just want to use organic homemade remedies. Well, this is for you. And they are edible products. They are things we can eat. They are things you can find in your kitchen that you can actually make use of. And you know, homemade remedies are products when found in the kitchen. You eat it, they are edible, so they are not harmful to your body. But then again, if you do not mix it the right way, honey, you find yourself damaging your skin. So the ingredient needed is emulsifying wax. We need emulsifying wax. 1 teaspoon of emulsifying wax. I know some of you will be like, why didn't you use beeswax? The reason why I didn't use beeswax is because I'm going to be using rose water. So that's why, you know, water and wax do not mix, you know, to make the lotion gunky, to make it look good. And apart from that, emulsifying wax tend to combine water with oil together. That's why it's a very, very, very good wax. So we'd need 1.5 teaspoon of emulsifying wax. We'd need half teaspoon of stearic acid. Why do we need stearic acid? Stearic acid is to help give our emulsifying wax a boost, give it a shape, you know, make it more solidified. So we'd need 3 teaspoons of olive oil. You know, when you get the pure olive oil, most times it's a bit difficult to get olive oil, pure olive oil. And even if you do get pure olive oil, it's expensive. You know, pure olive oil is very expensive. But then again, it's worth it. You know, if you can find pure olive oil and you can use it to cook, it's really, really good. So we'd need 3 teaspoons of our pure olive oil. We'd need 2 tablespoons of honey. Now, you know, honey is like a spice of life. People get to call it the spice of life because it can be used for almost every day in a routine. You can take honey with milk, liquid milk, and drink it. You can add honey into your Lipton tea. If you actually happen to be diabetic, you can actually add honey into your Lipton tea and take it instead of using sugar. So you can just use honey in replacement of sugar. You can actually use honey as your face mask, you know, and it's good on the face. So we'd need 15 drops of bee propolis extract. We'd need 1 cup of rose water and 1 teaspoon of citric acid. I know citric acid is natural, but not all that natural. And apart from that, it's the reason why we're adding citric acid into it is we actually need to lighten us a bit, so we need it to tone the skin a bit. That's why we're adding citric acid. And we'd need 1 teaspoon of royal jelly. Now royal jelly is gotten from honey, you know, and royal jelly can be taken as a jam. Most people actually use royal jelly as their jam and they eat it. So these are things I'm telling you, they are edible. They are things we eat. And 5 drops of lavender oil. I know some of you be like, why lavender oil? Can't I use any other oil? Honey, the reason why I'm telling you to use lavender oil is because lavender oil is not selective on skin type. It's really, really good on any skin you use it with, and it's soothing on the body. That's why we tend to use lavender oil. So we need 5 drops of lavender oil. And we need 100 grams of our goat milk powder. You can see how organic and how homemade remedies are being formed into a very beautiful and glowing body milk. So we need 100 grams of our goat milk powder. We need 2 tablespoons of preservative. Now you can go for phenolip, you can go for German Plus, but I tend to use phenolip most of the time. And you need 2 teaspoons of bee pollen. Bee pollen is also gotten from honey. So I will take you guys or teach you guys how to make it, because I know some of you probably do not know how to go about this procedure. But be rest assured, you're definitely going to get a beautiful skin. Be rest assured, you're not going to get a damaged skin. You're not going to get an uneven skin tone. But there's something you should know about homemade remedies. It takes a while, like steps, before it actually gets to work. Though expensive when you're actually in Nigeria or probably in a third world country where you get to import it down into your country, because most of these things are found in the States, found in London, found in Europe, and stuff like that. Most times they're not really found in Nigeria. We tend to import them. So that's why it's going to be expensive in Nigeria. But people over there, they don't really notice how expensive it is, because they are used to natural products. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a double boiler method. Yeah, I found out that there's this electric double boiler method. I have one. I might actually just take a picture or probably just get one from the internet. It's affordable, but not all that affordable, because I know some of you like, how much it's not all that affordable. I got mine for 13,000 naira. So but there's a smaller one. You can actually get a smaller one for probably 6,000, 7,000. It's still expensive. So if it's a bit too expensive for you, you can just go for your pots and a bowl inside your water and the pots. But if you know you can afford it, that double boiler method is good. You can use it to cook, you can use it to mix your soap, you can use it to mix your creams. It's really, really good. It's just easy. You do not need to add any other bowl into it and stuff like that. And for people who probably have a microwave, all well and good. So we need to combine our emulsifying wax as well as our stearic acid, and we need our olive oil. The olive oil is going to help liquidate our emulsifying wax as well as our stearic acid. Then again, if you do not want to use the olive oil and put it together with the emulsifying wax as well as the stearic acid, it will still be liquidated. That doesn't mean you need an oil to help liquidate the wax. No, the wax will definitely liquidate itself if it's been heated. But the reason why we tend to use the oil is to help us make it soothing. And while it's actually being heated in your double boiler method on your microwave, you get your honey, your bee propolis, your bee pollen, your rose water, and your goat milk powder, and your royal jelly as well. Then you mix it in a bowl, and you warm your rose water. As I've said, do not overheat that rose water. I'm begging you, please don't kill the nutrients in it. Just warm it a bit. It should be a bit warm. Don't overheat it. You're gonna kill the work it's meant to actually do. So you actually put in a blender and you add your citric acid and you blend the combination together. But then the reason why you're putting it in a blender, I know some people be like, why am I using a blender? Is it a must I use a blender? Honey, you have to use a blender. The reason why you're using a blender is because of the bee pollen. It has like granules in it, so you need to blend it so as to take off some of the granules out of it, and blend it so as to have a finite position with the rest of the products you're actually blending it with. Because we do not want to have like, we tend to call it cocoa in Nigeria now. When you're mixing akamu or ogi, and you tend to notice cocoa, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make the pap look good. So we need to blend it well. Then you mix it with your spoon, get the combination out, add your citric acid and stir it thoroughly, and you blend it and combine the mixture together. Then remember we were actually heating our emulsifying wax as well as our stearic acid. Sorry about that. Then you get that mixture out of the double boiler method. You get your whisker or whatever you want to use in whisking it. Then you gently add it. I told you guys, when you want to add something liquid into your mixture, you need to be, as you're adding it, you're blending it. As you're adding it, you're whisking it. So it blends, it incorporates properly. So when you're done, you put it in the fridge for 10 to 15 minutes, you bring it out and you whisk it again. Now, for people who probably want to add whitening additives, they want to add their Seppi White, their Giga White, their Bobo Botigo. You can add your Bobo Botigo after all these mixtures has been done, you know. And hope you know that particular Giga White, Seppi White, they do work for all skin. That is if you actually get the original Seppi White, Giga White, or glutathione powder. But be careful of your measurements. If you probably do know your measurement of whitening additives to add into it, good. But if you actually want it organic, plain, homemade remedies, then you do not need to add whitening additives into it, you know. Then you put it in a bowl or your jar and you use it. But most times I advise you put your cream in the fridge, you know. It makes your body look soothing and beautiful. So